So, good afternoon. In the previous class, we are discussing about the multivariate regression analysis, the problem of estimation. So, the two variable model is often actually inadequate in practice. So, consumption income example, it was assumed implicitly that only income X is related to the consumption Y. But in the economic theory, the number of other variables also have to vary or depends so many factors. So, such estimation can be done through the multiple regression analysis. We have considered the model also. We have solved one example on that. Let us take up the generalization of that. Let us take up particular example, three variable model. Let us today take up the three variable model, the notation and assumptions. So generalizing two variable population regression function, we write the three variable population regression function, that is yi equal to beta 1 plus beta 2 x2i plus beta 3 x3i plus ui. Yi is the dependent variable and x2 and x3 are explanatory variables or they are regressors. So y is dependent on in the here x2 and x3. In earlier we have considered in the two variable example, y was dependent. Y means dependent variable y. It was dependent on only one variable, one explanatory variable or one independent variable, that is x. Here we are considering two variables. So two variables are simultaneously influencing the dependent variable y. That is the meaning. So u is the stochastic term or disturbance term. I is the observation of ith observation, and beta 1 is the intercept term. Intercept means y intercept, where it cuts the y axis, where it cuts the height of the y axis. As usual, it gives the mean or average effect of y of all the variables. Here the coefficients beta 2 and beta 3, they are called partial regression coefficients or partial slope coefficients. What is meant by partial? Partial means it does not depend on only on x2 or only on x3. Both are simultaneously together influencing the dependent variable. So the x2 is one part and partially, and x3 is also a partially influences, not fully. So that is why we said the partial regression coefficients or partial slope coefficients. Now let us explain the partial regression coefficients. So the meaning of the regression coefficients. Oh, it should be regression partial regression coefficients ಆಗಬೇಕಿತ್ತು. ಹೀಗಾಗಿದೆ ಹೇಳಿ, ಅದು partial regression coefficients ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. So beta 2 measures the change in mean value of y, that is expected y. Expected y means the mean of y, average per the ನ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಇನ್ x2 holding the value of x3 constant. See, so we have to by holding, by assuming that is a constant, x3 is constant or no influence. So if we keeping constant, if we consider that then the dependent variable y is influenced by x2, remaining other factors constant. On an average, the unit change in x2, so holding the value x3 constant, the net change in y is on an average, so net change in x2 the mean value of y. In the sense, so if there is unit change in x2 keeping the other constants, there is a on an average the mean the on an average the dependent variable changes by keeping constant. Similarly, the net effect of a unit change in x2 on the mean value of y, or the net of any effect of x3 may have on y. Similarly, the regression coefficient beta 3. Beta 3 is the partial regression coefficients. Beta 2 is the partial regression coefficients. Now, how to estimate the partial regression coefficients by ordinary least square method. So as earlier, we have to again consider the normal equations. So to find the OLS estimators, we write the sample regression function corresponding to the population regression function of equation 1 above. In the previous slide, we have actually taken this equation and also noted that equation number 1. That equation, that is the population regression function. Now, population regression function, we have to estimate the values. After the estimation, by the help of sample regression function, so we get the following equation. So that is this is the sample regression function corresponding to the population regression function. So that is yi equal to beta 1 cap. Beta 1 is estimated value. Beta 2 cap into x2y. Beta 2 cap is the estimated value and x2y is the regressor. Beta 3 is again regression coefficient estimated value. Beta 3 cap into x3i plus ui cap, where ui cap is the residual term, that is sample counterpart of the stochastic disturbance term ui. Ui is there, so more than one variable is considered on that. Then solving the usual normal equations we have. As earlier in the two variable case also we have solved to get the regression coefficients beta 2 or beta 1 beta 2 there. Similarly, you have to solve the normal equations, and then after solving the equations we get like this: beta 2 cap equal to summation yi into x2i into summation x3i squared minus summation yi x3i into summation x2i x3i whole divided by summation x2i squared into summation x3i squared minus summation x2i into x3i the whole square. This is the ratio. Similarly, beta 3 cap estimated value summation yi x3i into summation x2i squared minus summation yi x2i into summation x2i x3i whole divided by summation x2i squared into summation x3i squared minus summation x2i x3i the whole square. These are the which gives the OLS estimators of the population regression coefficients beta 2 cap and beta 3 cap respectively. Here you have to see here lowercase in the small letters are there. Summation yi x2i. So y here small y means yi minus y bar. x2i means x2i minus x2i bar. x3i squared means xi minus x3i minus x3i bar square. That is the meaning. X means x minus x bar. So you have to consider this. So the lower case denote the deviations from the sample mean values. Let us take up an example that WT equal to 8.582 plus 0.364 PFT plus 0.004 PFT minus 1 plus 2.560 UT. So where W equal to wages and salaries per employee. So the regression equation of the wages and salary depends on, they have considered three factors. Uh, Two variables plus two variables. So the wages depends upon other two variables, PFT and PFT minus 1. They have considered two factors. Total three variables are there. PF equal to prices of final output at factor cost. Factor ಅಲ್ಲ factory cost. Factory ಆಗಬೇಕದು, factor ಆಗಿದೆ, factor cost. U equal to unemployment in Great Britain as a percentage of the total number of employee in Great Britain. T equal to time. Those figures in the parentheses above in this equation represents the estimated standard errors. That is 1.129 is the standard error of the constant term 8.582. Similarly, 0.080 is the standard error of the factor, the PFT, the regression coefficient beta 2, that is 0.364. Similarly, beta 3, the regression coefficient beta 3, that is 0.004. The standard error is equal to 0.072. R squared, coefficient of determination, is 87.87, means 87% is considered. Variation is considered by the y variable, by the regression coefficient. Now, how to interpret this? So interpretation will be asked maybe in the MCQ. Actually, today I have sent 2-3 these MCQ questions. Better to go through without referring to the answer. Try to solve independently. Try to choose the correct answers, so that you can get the idea of, or you get the or the concept of the multiple regression analysis. Let us interpret. Now, the interpret the regression coefficient. It should be not only regression, partial regression coefficient ಆಗಬೇಕದು. partial regression coefficient of PFT. PFT means prices of final output at the time T. Time may be any year, in the year 2016 or 2020. Then PFT minus 1 is the previous year. If you consider PFT is 220, then PFT minus 1 is the 2019. So you have to consider like that. That is the meaning of PFT. So that is prices of final output at factory cost in the current time period T, and tells us that with the influence of PFT minus 1, the prices of final output at a factory cost in the previous time period T minus 1, and the influence of employment term keeping these two factors constant. The PFT means price of final output of the factory at factory cost for the current time period increases, say, by 1 pound on an average wages. Wages and salaries of an employee increases by 0.364 units. ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಇಂಟರ್ಪ್ರಿಟೇಷನನ್ನು ನಿಮಗೆ MCQದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳಬಹುದು. ಹೌ ಟು ಇಂಟರ್ಪ್ರಿಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಒಂದು ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ದ ಇಂಟರ್ಪ್ರಿಟೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್, ದೇ ಗಿವ್ 4 ಆನ್ಸರ್ಸ್, ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಚೂಸ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ಸ್. ಕೀಪಿಂಗ್ the y dependent variable, that is always average change. By keeping the two other variables constant, the variable in one variable changes by the unit change in the regressor x, the average change in y values, that is dependent variable. Similarly, that is, if the per capita PFT goes up by 1000 pounds on an average, the prices of final output increases by 364 per thousand in wages and salaries per employee. So this is done by multiplying by 1000 for all the figures. You get this. This is the interpretation of the partial regression coefficient. Similarly, the regression coefficient of PFT PFT minus PFT T minus 1, that is 0.004. The coefficient of this partial regression coefficient PFT minus 1 tells us that holding the influence of PFT, prices of the commodity at a factory cost, and UT, that is constant, on an average the wages and salaries per employee increases by about 0.004 units of PFT minus 1 increase by when PFT minus 1 increase by 1 unit. So when PFT minus increase by 1 unit, on an average the wages and salaries per employee increase by about 0.004 units on an average. It may change about 0.003 maybe or 0.0035, but on an average it is the change in the y variable is 0.004 units. So it means that the next is if x2 and x3 is 0, that is if the values of PFT and PFT minus 1 rate were fixed at 0, mean wage and salary per employee rate would be 8.582. That is the minimum wage there would be. That is the y-intercept term. That is the minimum. This is the interpretation of the regression, partial regression coefficients. Let us stop here today. In the next class, we see about the testing the overall significance of the sample regressions. So, thank you.